Welcome to Marriage Motivation. Our love verse for today is coming from Joshua chapter 11 verse 6. And it says, "But the Lord said to Joshua, do not be afraid because of them, for tomorrow about this time I will deliver all of them slain before Israel." This is the account of when many of the kings in the region gathered together. The Hivites, the Perizzites, the Canaanites gathered together against the children of Israel as one unit, and there were thousands and thousands and thousands of them that had gathered against Israel. And they came to attack them, but the Lord tells Joshua, listen, don't be afraid. I'm going to deliver them to you. And then when I do, tomorrow, he says to burn all of their chariots and hamstring all of their horses. So this is what happens the next day. The Lord gives Joshua the instructions on how to win the victory. And they do. They win the victory. And they burn all of the chariots and they hamstring the horses. And I just want to encourage you today that very often the Lord will give you an instruction in your relationship, in your marriage. And I want you to do what Joshua did. Agree. Don't be afraid. Just do it. There'll be many times when God will give you an instruction on whether to move to this area or to start this business or to give to this ministry. And very often fear will try to set in and doubt will try to arise in our hearts. But I want to encourage you right now that wherever you are, don't be afraid. Just do it. Whatever the Lord has commanded you, just do it. Agree with your spouse that we are going to do this together. That's a very powerful word. The Bible says in the New Testament that if any two of us agree as touching anything, it shall be done. And you and your wife make two. You and your husband make two. If you guys can agree, he says it will be done to you. And that word agree means to sound together. Is where we get the word from for symphony, symphonia, to sound together. That means you make a harmonious sound. Even when you're not in the same room, when one of you is at work and one of you are at the office or wherever you may be, that you make the same sound. You agree that our business is going to grow. You agree that our children are going to be saved. You agree our children are going to college. You agree for your marriage that the Lord is going to give you a passionate marriage. Agree and sound together. When my wife and I were married for a few years, we were about to buy our second home. And we went and we shopped around and we found the house that we believed the Lord wanted for us and sensed in our spirit that was the right home. And when we went to the realtor, I remember getting ready to go in, and we were showing him the paperwork necessary, and the guy he was just laughing like, there's no way you guys are going to get this home. And it was I had just actually started a new position as a firefighter in the area of Cleveland, Ohio, so they didn't want to accept that. And my wife and I, he left out of the room. My wife and I, we agreed, we prayed together that was the home the Lord wanted for us, and we agreed on it. And then she actually left because she had to go back to her office, and I stayed there and waited for the gentleman to come back. But he didn't come back. His superior came back. His manager came back, and she sat down with us, with me, and she began to go over the paperwork, and she said, okay, we can do this. We can make this happen. And bless the Lord, because we agreed. I could have walked out of there, my wife and I, disappointed, but we agreed that what God said, we would have it. And I want to encourage you to stand on the word that God has spoken over your life, over your marriage, over your health, over your family, over your business. Agree, and then just do it. Whatever he's instructed you to do, you do that. God bless you. I pray for peace in your home. I pray for prosperity in your life. And I pray for passion in your marriage. God bless.